Mr. Bonomo.
Here.
Mr. Chapman.
Here.
Dr. Childs.
Here.
Mrs. DeCosmo.
Here.
Mrs. McBride.
Here.
Mr. Reba.
Here.
Mr. Szymanski.
Here.
Mr. Zeller.
Announcement of the executive sessions, March 6th, contract negotiation, March 14th, contract negotiation, personnel, property acquisition, and tax appeals, and March 27th, litigation, personnel, and property acquisition.
Mr. President, before we get to that point, just so everybody's aware, item number 125 is removed from the agenda. There are a number of revised motions, but once we get to those items, I'll update you on them. Okay, thank you.
Public comment on agenda items only. Mr. Barletta?
Yes. Carmella Unkevich.
I have a question on number 48. Is this a replacement vehicle?
The Chevy truck. 48, Carmel?
Number
Yep,
48?
48.
The truck from Fairway.
Chevy truck. Is that a replacement?
Yes, it would be a replacement vehicle.
Number 57. What is the Hazel Blue building? Is that a regular resolution?
Mr. Yankovic, I believe they are here this evening, and we are going to give a little short presentation to give you an update of that.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Rich Lynches.
Mr. Winches, you might go into the, thank you.
If it's not on the agenda.
Mr.
Mr. Winches, if it's not on the agenda.
Yes, at the end. Yep, at the end. Thank you. Sorry about that.
That's it.
No one else? No. Okay, student rep?
Hello. So, for the activity order, March 2024, members of our unified sports team, Christian Santana and Reese Kashak, represented HASD Unified Sports in Washington, D.C. recently. They were part of the Special Olympics delegation for the United National Banner Champion Schools and met with several of our lawmakers, including Representative Matt Cartwright and Senator John Fetterman. 7 HAHS students participated in the Luzerne County Chorus Festival on February 6th at Dallas High School. Over 100 choral students attended. HAHS was represented by Jolene Brotzman-White, Aliza Garcia, Rosalind Hernandez, Josh Medina Perez, Luis Renea Paulino, Tiffany Tavera Rosario, and Mia Torres. 2 students from Hazleton Area High School recently participated in the PMEA Region Chorus Festival held March 6th through March 8th, 2024 at Valley View High School. Representing Hazleton Area were Gabby Howe, Soprano 2, and Leiloni Luca Verez, Alto 2. The PMEA Region Chorus performance showcased musical excellence as well as highlighting the talent of these exceptional students. Congratulations to these students and their teacher, Mrs. Sherinoff. The Cougar players, under the direction of Mr. Josh Pleska, performed to sold-out audiences for their production of Peter and the Starcatcher, the inaugural show at the Black Box Theater in the Arts and Humanities building. The Cougars players' next show will be Mamma Mia this May in the HAHS Auditorium. Members of the International Heritage Youth Club, the boys basketball team, and our student volunteers recently organized an eggs hunt and party for some of our special needs students. Students and faculty members provided personalized gifts and treats for each participant's basket. It was a fun and rewarding experience for all involved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I need a motion to approve the board minutes
Motion. Second.
for February 21st. I have a
Motion.
motion and a second.
Got a motion made by Mrs. DeCosmo, second by Mrs. McBride. All in favor of approving the February 21st, 24 minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
I need a motion to approve the treasury report for February.
Motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second.
Motion by Mr. Chapman, second by Mrs. McBride. All in favor of approving the Treasury report for February 24, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
Okay, we have a presentation tonight from Mr. Gary Perna.
Good evening,
Thank you.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to have Attorney Favello come up to the mic and talk about the LERTA.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having us. With me tonight are Eric Frederick, Executive Vice President for Northeastern United States and Gilbert Properties, and also Jared Souter, who is the Vice President of Development, who is directly involved in the anticipated project here in Hazel Township. He's the project manager. To answer Carmela's question, uh, I represent Hillwood Properties. They are the managing member and owner of Blue Building Number 1. Historically, they developed from scratch the Samsung Distribution Center in the city of Hazleton. There wasn't a 50-acre parcel in Humboldt that already had infrastructure and everything. They did it from beginning to end. And we had presented the board with a handout telling you a little bit about the property that we're asking for alerted tonight. And that property is about 360 acres. It is in Hazel Township, just south of what I call the South Beltway, or the Garden Beltway. It is truly a deteriorated property. It is abandoned mine property. It needs to be reclaimed before it can be developed. And that means they just can't go in and start pushing dirt and start to build a building. It has to be reclaimed according to environmental standards before they can do that. Hillwood is a company that can do that. They've done it before. They will do it again here. The proposed LERTA is virtually identical to the one that this board granted to North Point, which is right up the road from our location, with a couple exceptions. Most notably, we will be paying $499,000, if this is approved tonight, $499,000 to the district on or before June 30th of this year. In total and over the course of the development of the property, Hillwood will be paying close to $1.9 million to the district for anticipated 4 buildings. So we're different from North Point because North Point's, they are making cash payments to the district, but they are contingent on the size of the building. We are different from North Point because North Point will be making a half payment when they get a building permit, and then a half payment when they get the occupancy permit. Our proposal is the first payment this year, and then the other payments for the rest of the buildings will be made at the time the building permit is issued in full. And like I said, our total payments will be about very close to $1.9 million over that period of time.
Anybody have any questions?
Yes. Are there proposed tenants for these buildings?
Not yet, but I've worked with Hillwood before, and they're very experienced developers. I think the board should know they're not someone who's going to come in here and ask for a LERTA and then sit on the property for 10 years. They won't do that. They have a network of potential renters and or buyers for the property. To give an example, with the Samsung building, initially the thought was that it might be Nestle or somebody like that, where we needed 400,000 gallons of water and sewer per day. That didn't work out. They got Samsung. So they have the experience and the know-how to get somebody to the building.
Thank you. Appreciate that, Attorney.
I have some questions, Mr. Favreau. You have here, it says there's going to be 10,000 large dump trucks taking the silt away on your silt ponds on this property, and there's also ponds with water in, am I correct?
That's correct.
Is there, in these ponds, is there aquatic life in these ponds? Is there, are there fish or any,
No, they're not considered wetlands, they're kind of depressions that gather rainwater, and then they dry up, so there's no wetland impacts to it. Just
And-
water bodies that are seasonal.
you have, how are these ponds going to, are these ponds going to be filled in? Is that what, is, I mean, how are you going to get rid of these ponds that are there of water?
So most of them are seasonal, and with the soils there, they dry up pretty quickly after a rainstorm. So those will be filled in, and then there'll be DEP regulated stormwater basins that'll handle stormwater on the site once it's graded.
And the main road on this is Route 309, right?
That's correct.
Now, that's where these 10,000 large dump trucks are going to be ingress and egress from this site onto Route 309?
No, those 10,000 dump trucks won't be needed because we're able to keep that coal wash on site.
And that, you have 150, it's like a big cliff here. It's a big hole in the ground, 150. How, it says that's going to be filled in. Is that going, is all this going to be filled in with, from the property?
Yeah, the intent is that coal wash fill in that highwall.
Okay. Now, I have another question here. It says there's several mines underneath this property. And it says these mines are going to be filled in. What are they going to be filled in with?
So there's, the mines that are within 40 feet of the building pads will be filled with grout. It's they'll be filled so that way there's not any risk of them collapsing with the building at the top.
And it said,
That with a-
it said you're going to fill it in and support them. The point I'm getting at is, you know, with mines, I mean, you see it in northeast Pennsylvania all the time where houses are sinking. I'm just having, you know, a little concern here that, you know, if these mines are already here, you know, what's to prevent when buildings are put on this land that something could, you know,
Yeah. So I understand that concern, and we had that concern initially when we understood what was underneath what was underneath the ground here. There's mines from here all the way to that site. And that's why we have a geotechnical engineer and a mine specialist who lives in that world, understanding subsidence in these mine areas. We did a thorough survey and hundreds of cores to understand where these pockets were, and then all those areas where there'll be drought with this material, so that way you can't have subsidence in there.
Also, it says here, it says, social media, people are scavenging for crystals on this land. I mean, what is that, crystals that you have here on your, I'm looking at your,
I'm not exactly sure that
social media interest has people scavenging for crystals. What would that be?
I can't speak to the crystals, but I can say that there's a lot of trespassing on this property. We were out there last week, and there's people riding ATVs. And I think the intent of that comment is just to say that there's activity, you know, we'll call it what it is, trespassing on that property that currently has a lot of mine features that are dangerous to the public. So by developing that property, we'll take care of the pits and piles, which are, a FAMR concern. We'll take care of the coal wash, which is, you know, a drowned
also have here that this is going to take years to complete. Like,
Yes, of course.
would that be beyond the years of the tax incentive you're looking for?
Our estimation is that the application will be made, or what's proposed is it will be made within 8 years. If it passes tonight, it would be within 8 years from that date. So that was agreed upon. We initially asked for 10, but Hillwood agreed to 8.
So then
and-
these four buildings would be complete in 8 years?
That's the anticipation. Well, maybe not complete, Joe, but
Yeah,
certainly the building permit would be issued by then.
yeah.
Because keep in mind that the exemption doesn't start until you occupy the building. Okay? And then you apply for the exemption. But the tax on the land, once the land is sold, the next step is if the word is granted, the land is sold, and the tax base on that land will immediately go up as we projected in our package.
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah.
I-
And I would like to ask Jared one question. You mentioned BAMR. Could you explain what that is?
So the Bureau of Abandoned Mine Reclamation is a project right next door to ours, adjacent to ours, where they're doing a solar
Bunch of
project.
pictures in there.
And there's certain regulations for improving these abandoned mine features for public safety. So we've worked with our mining consultant in understanding how BAMR approaches and what the remediation process is for these pits, as I mentioned, pits and piles, the coal wash, and also subsidence of abandoned mines, since those caverns are still open. And that was really kind of the outline for how our approach between, for these remediation features.
And
to meet the requirements.
I also see here that Hazel Township, they approved this already, right? And did they get the same type, like, of agreement we're getting? 377 acres, I believe, at $5,000 an acre. Are they getting that?
It wasn't at the same level. It was calculated kind of proportionally, I guess is a good word to say, based upon their piece of the tax of that property.
No, as you could see, I looked this over, not, more than once, but, I mean, I think it's a good thing for the school district to, I believe it's what, $1,890,000.
Correct.
We get over, starting in June, $499,000.
Correct.
But I was just concerned with, once you build these buildings, something happens.
Well, yeah, and BAMR is overseen, that's a state agency, am I correct, Jared?
So BAMR's a state agency, we're following their guidelines, they won't be involved in that, like the policing of the remediation work. You can imagine, I mean, we're making a huge investment in these buildings, so we brought in the best engineers we could find, specific to Hazelton and understanding mining, as well as from a geotechnical perspective, through civil. We make sure we're finding more than qualified people to make sure that we're avoiding the same risk as yourself.
Okay.
Thank you very much for the information. Appreciate it.
Anything else?
Are there any other questions for Attorney Favela?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. As I said earlier, there were a couple of motions that need to be revised, and as I get there, I'll mention what they are. On page 1 of your agenda, approve items 1 to 22 with one motion.
Motion.
Second.
Item number
On-
4. Oh, I'm sorry.
I have one question, well, go ahead. Are you changing something?
Yes, just want to change the date on the, it should be May 2nd of 2024. Thursday, May 2nd.
Which item?
Not item number 4, I'm sorry.
All right, well, this is basically on 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Who requests this, to purchase this equipment? This is all for the career center, believe me, and I'm for purchasing equipment for our career center people. Where do these come from the instructors? All this equipment that we're buying?
Mrs. Sermon? Saw you back there in the corner.
They're recommended by the occupational advisory committees, and then criteria HASD, and programs that I write is how it's purchased.
Which Perkins and,
Perkins, supplemental grants,
Right.
these are Perkins and supplemental.
All right, because we purchased a lot of equipment in the past that it isn't being used. Like, I've used the paint booth down at the auto body shop. I think the last time they painted a car in there was probably about 6 years ago. I just hope that this equipment that we're buying is gonna be used and used well. And then is there also what kind of equipment are we gonna be buying for this new shop? Have we discussed it yet? I looked at some of the proposed, what they're gonna be learning in this industrial maintenance, and I read in there something about repairing drywall and stuff like that. I hope that's not what we're gonna be teaching these kids how to do for the industrial maintenance program. So we're gonna be looking at, hopefully to be buying equipment for that new shop in the near future, is that correct?
The industrial maintenance program is a SIP code that is done through PDE, and so the list that I had sent to the superintendent, that is the PDE program, and that is the task list that goes along with the building maintenance program that the board recommended 2 years ago.
Well, this is not a building maintenance program, this is industrial maintenance. I don't think anybody's getting the point. I mean, they could learn how to fix drywall and do remedial tasks anywhere. This is so they could get good jobs, paying jobs out in the industrial park in these buildings that these guys are proposing to build. So I think we need to talk about this. We need to talk about the instructor who we're gonna hire to run this program, and I just hope there's some money left to buy the right equipment for this shop. Thank you.
okay, thank you.
Number 13, what grade levels are we talking about?
Mr. Scarcella, do you happen to know what item number 13, it says recommend board approve the castle to accept a project request from Roberto Aligia to assist with communication barriers between Spanish-speaking students. I'm assuming it's 3 to 8? Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay.
All in favor of approving items 1 through 22 with one vote, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
On page 4, approve items 23 to 26 with one motion.
Motion.
Motion and second.
Motion by Mr. Barletta, second by Mrs. McBride. Any questions? All in favor of approving items 23 to 26 with one vote, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
On page 5, approve items 27 to 35 with one motion.
Motion.
Second.
A motion and second.
Motion by Mrs. DeCosmo, second by Mr. Zeller. Any questions on items 27 through 35? All in favor of approving items 27 through 35 with one vote, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
On page 6, approve items 36 to 39 with one
Motion.
motion.
Second.
Motion and second.
Motion by Mrs. McBride, second by Mrs. DeCosmo. Any questions, items 36 through 39? All in favor of approving items 36 through 39 with one vote, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
Page 7, under facilities capital projects, approve items 40 to 48 with
I'll
one
make the
motion.
motion.
Second.
Motion and second.
Motion by Mr. Szymanski, second by Mr. Chapman. Any questions on items 40 through 48? All in favor of approving items 40 through 48 with one vote, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
Under technology, approve items 49 to 50 with one motion.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. DeCosmo, second by Dr. Childs. Any questions on items 49, 50? All in favor of approving items 49, 50 with one vote, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
Under student activities athletics, approve items 51 and 52 with one motion.
Motion. Second.
And a second.
Motion by Mrs. McBride, second by Mrs. DeCosmo. Any questions on items 51 and 52? All in favor of approving items 51 and 52 with one vote, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
Under Finance, approve items 53 to 69.
Motion.
One motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Barletta, second by Mr. Zeller.
Item 65 is a revision for the date as well, April 3rd, it should say. April 3rd, 2024. 65.
Questions? Numbers 56 and 58, donation of check, who is making this choice of student to receive that, and what kind of award are they being, is that student being given?
So 56, Doc. That check will go right into what we call an awards fund, and then that will be turned over to the actual, in this case, the Parver Prize in Performing Arts. Is that Dr. Patty, would that be the Hazelton Area Academy, Arts and Humanities Academy?
Correct.
So down there, we'll probably put that in Vice Principal Hearn's hands. And then number 58, Fire Chief for the graduating senior student for the high school. I would assume Dr. Constant would have the selection there.
Okay, very good. I want to say about number 57, with all respect to the developers, we currently have a school district that's overcrowded that is pushing students and teachers to the max. And under these circumstances, I cannot vote for further warehouse space. It's going to be bringing more and more students into the district with no place to put them. So I'll be voting no.
Any other questions?
Yeah. Well, I was just pointed out by Mr. Slesser, and I apologize. I really can't, I forgot my daughter got married and changed her last name. So I rescind my vote on item number 26, FF. I rescind my vote on that.
Just abstaining, Mr. Szymanski?
Abstaining, yes.
Okay, 26F, that's, or no,
Yes.
26,
FF.
double F.
Double F.
Okay, that's noted.
Thanks, Chris.
We won't tell her.
We won't tell you for that.
I actually didn't read those names, to be honest with you.
Okay, noted. Any other questions on item 53 through 69? All in favor of approving item, I'm sorry.
Is sister a conflict?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, I didn't read the list either. Triple E, I
Okay.
have to abstain.
Noted, Mr. Reba.
Check
Triple E.
the McBride on there.
Have
Triple
everybody
E.
read the
Everybody
names
read them.
first. Kent, don't write that in there, paper.
Triple E, yes.
No, really.
No?
No, I'm good.
I don't vote.
Are we good?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, all in favor of approving items 53 through 69 with one vote, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays?
Nay.
On all them, Doc, or just number 57?
I'm sorry, just on number 57.
Okay, that's noted. Okay.
All right, we're good?
Yep. yes,
All
sir.
right, need a motion on number 70 to pay the bills.
Motion.
Second.
Motion is second.
Motion by Mrs. McBride, second by Mr. Chapman. All in favor of approving item number 70, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays?
No.
No.
Noted, Mr. Bonomo, and Mr. Rivas, no. Okay.
Under Superintendent of Schools, approve items 71 to 79 with one motion.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. DeCosmo.
Motion by Mrs. DeCosmo, second by Mr. Zeller. Any questions on items 71 through 79? All in favor of approving items 71 through 79, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
On page 12, approve items 80 through 96 with one motion.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Barletta.
Motion by Ms. Barlett, second by Mrs. DeCosmo. Any questions on items 80 through 96? All in favor of approving items 80 through 96 with one vote, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
Page 13, approve items 97 to 113 with one motion.
Motion.
Mrs. McBride, motion by Mrs. McBride. Do I have a second?
Second.
No, we have to have
No,
somebody.
no, no,
yeah.
I'm asking for them to
Oh,
second.
I said we need a second on that.
Second.
Second by Mr. Reba. Any questions, items 97 through 113?
Yes.
All in favor of approving items 97 through 113 with one vote, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
Okay, approve items on page 14, 114 to 131 with one motion.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. McBride, second by Mr. Szymanski.
I do have a revision.
Mrs. DeCosmo.
This is the
Oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. DeCosmo.
Item 125, as I said before, is removed. Item 129, the motion should read, recommend board commission an RFP for a forensic audit on the Wiltsey Auditorium project from its inception to present. The scope of the RFP will include but not be limited to item number 1, all invoices submitted to the Wiltsey Auditorium Center that remain unpaid, including but not limited to security and custodial reimbursements by the Wiltsey to the HASD. Item number 2, the status and repayment of the $1 million line of credit loan given from the HASD to the Wiltsey Center. Item number 3, construction work that was performed by the HASD and was to be reimbursed by the Wiltsey Center. Item number 4, the time that Anthony Lamanna, Assistant Business Manager, spend working on grants and funding projects on behalf of the Wiltsey Center while Mr. Lamanna was on the clock for the HASD. Item number 5, items that were included in the auditorium project that were paid for by the HASD and were used by the Wiltsey Center and questionably not need or used by the HASD. These items include but are not limited to the loading dock located on the side hallway, the catwalk constructed in the ceiling used for the Wiltsey events, the lower level dressing rooms and restrooms located below the stage in the orchestra pit, and related work. Item number 6, time that the auditorium was used during the school day by the Wiltsey Center, along with all the classrooms that were used and occupied during the school day by the Wiltsey while students were misplaced or unable to use these spaces. And item number 7, the auditor will have access to interview former and current administrators from the building, current and former administrators from central administration, and former members of the Wiltsey Auditorium Group.
I have a question on this 129. How long, is there a time frame on getting this moving forward and completed?
What we would need to secure a forensic auditor to do the work if the motion passes, and then we'd go on his or her timeline.
Well, just something maybe we should expedite on.
I'll give this to you,
Thank you.
Mr. Krasinski, for the minutes.
So, what do we-
So that's a motion that was revised, so you're voting on 114 and 131.
Okay.
And item number 125 was removed. Any questions on items 114 through 131 excluding 125?
Yes. When it comes to the forensic audit, I have every respect for the people who worked on that project. This was a project that was supposed to have been done by the Hazelton Area School District as part of a building program. It got sloughed off because we were overran, okay, and it was subsequently financed through a public, through public donations, donations from our state's representatives, senators, United States people, and so forth. Tony Casadas was the treasurer at that point in time. I have every respect for Mr. Casadas, and with that in mind, I am not going to be voting in favor of number 130. Excuse me, big pardon, number 129.
129, okay. I have a question on number 131. I'm a little confused here. I thought we had decided not to go ahead with demographic and enrollment studies, that we had said that it wasn't going to do us much good with telling us how many kids were coming in with the next 8 to 10 years. But it's on here, so are we going through with it, or are we voting it down, or what are we doing?
Right,
I didn't even know it was on the.
Certainly you're within your authority to remove the item. We did do a preliminary study on our end.
just thought we had discussed it and said that it wasn't gonna tell us anything that we didn't know. And if anything, when we've had it done before, we surpassed what the Department of Education and everybody thought we were gonna have as far as enrollment, way past it, and I don't know why we would do this again. Go ahead, that's a question.
We can
If I may
certainly remove
respond to that, Mrs. McBride, Mr. Krasansky very kindly surveyed all 500 school districts in the state of Pennsylvania, discovered that 12 had done similar type studies, although for not necessarily the same reasons. All 12 were very satisfied with the results they got from the studies, felt that they got appropriate projections for the student enrollments that they were looking at.
Mr. Susser, would we need a motion to remove that?
At this point, yeah, I mean, yes, correct.
Okay, I make a motion since we had discussed it and everything.
I'll second that.
I'll second, okay.
We
Motion
remove.
second, on 120.
131.
131,
I'm sorry. To remove.
To remove.
to remove.
Mrs.
Ms.
McBride. And Mr. Chapman,
Chapman.
second.
Okay. So we gotta vote on that first.
Yes. Yes.
So that's an amendment to remove that item from this group of numbers.
So we'll vote on the amendment first.
Yes.
Do we need public comment on that, Chris?
It's a procedural no, the underlying motion hasn't changed, it's just,
Okay.
yeah, that's fine.
Just, okay.
Okay, to vote on the amendment first, should we do a roll call vote?
No.
Okay. All in favor of removing item number 131, Mr. Barletta,
Remove.
Mr. Bonomo,
Yes.
Mr. Chapman,
Yes.
Dr. Childs,
No,
Mrs. DeCosmo,
Yes.
Mrs. McBride,
Yes.
Mr. Reba,
Yes.
Mr. Szymanski,
Yes.
Mr. Zeller.
Yes.
So 131's removed.
So we'll be voting on now 114 through 130, excluding 125. 25. All in favor of approving items 114 through 130, excluding 125, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
no for numbers 129.
Noted, Dr. Childs.
Okay. Okay. On page 15, approve items 132 to 134 with one motion.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Ms. McBride, second by Mr. Barletta.
There's a change on this item as well, and it's in the dollar amounts. The first dollar amount should be $37,260 from $37,256.
37,000.
42s are gone, right?
So 37,260 and 37,256. Thank you.
Okay, any questions on items 132 through 134? All in favor of approving items 132 through 134 with one vote, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
Okay.
Dr. Uppender?
That is all I have.
Right
Not
now.
We have, oh, yeah, we could do that. Sure. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, just so everyone is aware, this evening we discussed the upcoming eclipse. There are some concerns with the health and welfare and safety of our students. Leaving at such a time in the afternoon, it's right at dismissal. It's 2:30, between 2:30 and 3:30. So on April 8th, we will dismiss early. And I will notify the parents of all that. I'll send it out this evening since you people are here tonight and we know how things happen in the media. No offense, Ken. We love you. But we just want to make sure that everybody's safe on that day. There are a number of schools up the line and across the state that are dismissing as well. So we just want to make sure our students are home safe. You tell them not to look at the sun, they're going to look. So we just don't want to take that chance. So thank you. Thank you, Mr. Burley.
You're welcome. Is there anybody in the audience?
Usually I'm up here.
I'm the Executive Director of SAFE, as well as being a community member. SAFE is supporting autism and families everywhere. I just wanted to come up and actually commend your esports and how inclusive that they have been for students with disabilities. When we think of children with disabilities and younger adults, we're thinking of the unified sports. Well, Hazelton has brought that out in all of the aspects of the programs that you guys do. Bob Mahaligan, the coaches there have just been absolutely wonderful. I brought my son in today to see the process of board meetings, not attending the school here, but being still part of the school community. So now down to business, but I wanted to get that in first.
Thank you
I
very much.
do want to, so we have settlement agreements that are being voted on, and always has been, but the actual cost of those settlement agreements are not actually itemized within, so the public doesn't know how much these settlements are actually costing us. We're not asking for information on what was actually settled. So a settlement agreement is for special education students when there has been a disagreement between what constitutes free and appropriate public education. I just feel there's transparency from the district that we should be seeing what we're actually paying out in these settlements, because oftentimes it's more than what the item or the need of the child could have been met, and it didn't cost us as much. I just think for that transparency piece, we pay all our other bills. We show Angela Evans on there, who does the special education litigation on behalf of the district. But as a community member, I would like to see where my tax base is going in regards to these hidden costs. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Ma'am, do you mind signing the sheet for me, please? Thank you. It helps with the minutes.
Is there anybody else that would like to?
Thank you very much.
Somebody get up.
Mrs. Yankovic?
On November 21st, 23, and 1/23/24, there were items on the agenda simply listed as approved attached conference request list, with no details as to who was attending and where the conferences were. Turns out that 6 board members, 5 administrators, and the solicitor attended a conference in Dallas, Texas for, excuse me, for 4 days at an estimated cost of $2,500 each. According to the school code, all such expenses shall be itemized and made public at the next meeting of the board, and I would like to know if you have that itemized list available right now?
I do not have the list. We can provide it.
Okay, and what exactly did you all bring back from this that would benefit the school district, these conferences that 12 people attended?
So there are a number of different, and we've done this in the past, and we've been asked the same thing prior. And we find very beneficial the different pieces of the conference where they'll have breakout sessions with, there might be other superintendents there, other board members there, that we bring back some of that information, and we make the process within our system better. Give you an example. There was one of the conference pieces, one of the sessions, I should say, was strictly safety and security. The Pennsylvania School Boards Association has a new hub that is 360 degrees, and we've talked to security about it when we returned, that will provide 360-degree intruder, I can't think of the word, intruder detection, and I don't know. It'll come back to me after I'm not done talking. But anyway, training that will give our security officers the ability to really interact with a person person, not a real person, but a person on a screen that shows that, when a situation escalates, this could occur, and how to deter that situation or that perpetrator from moving forward with whatever they have in their brain they want to do.
In addition, I'll help you, Dr. Blinger, is
Sure.
the vendor shows.
15
that's where
seconds
we're able to
remaining.
find, the items we purchased for the schools with the windows on the first floor, which prevents the shooter with an AR-15 to get right in there, and takes a little bit over 6 minutes with this film that we are purchasing. And again, it was a vendor that we stumbled upon at the trade show at this particular conference, saving the district much money and obviously the safety of our students, which you can't put a price on.
Well, I just wish you would be more transparent next time you go on a trip that taxpayers are paying for.
So here's my response, Carmela. You're like a broken record. We hear this all the time from you, going back to whenever, and the end result is you're a small thinker. Small, SMall. Because that's why I'm sitting here and you're sitting there. We have a $200 million operation here, and we go out and network. No. You save yours. Save yours.
Not a taxpayer-funded vacation, but there was no need for the responsible in that direction. I think about it.
Well, I disagree. Because I put up with her for years, and it's time to hold her accountable.
No, you have to be held accountable. You're
Okay,
not
call to order,
legislating.
please.
Not me.
Call to order, please.
Sir, thank you. Mr. White.
Happy Easter to you all.
I was going to end with that. Thank you.
My name is Richard Wenches. I live in Hazel Township. A year ago, I was here talking about the quality of life thing I had in mind about a trail between the school and the community park. And Rob Miracle, I understand, came here later on and actually kind of pushed the very program of being tied in with your expansion of the school. Can you tell us a little bit what's going on with that school? Is that going to happen?
Sure. We're hopeful. As Dr. Child said earlier, we're breaking all the seams in all of our buildings. And the thought process is to build behind the high school with whatever, we're not sure if it's going to be a K-8 or a 1-5 or or a middle school or what yet. We have to decide that as a group and as a community. But yes, that piece of the puzzle with the trail and updating or upgrading some of the facility, outdoor facilities that are down in that section, like adding maybe outdoor classrooms, such like that, would be part of that project. So we were kind of waiting until we had a definitive answer on what that building will look like, where it's really going to be at, and then kind of feed into the project that you would
I
mention.
see that you have done a lot of surveying work out there. You know
Correct.
exactly where the property is, the joint property owners. Is that access road also going to be considered too?
Yes.
That'd be fantastic.
Yes. There will be an access road from, what is the name, I'm sorry, the name of that, right? I can never remember.
Hazel Township Boulevard.
Hazel Township Boulevard up to our campus,
Which
up
would
to that new
be
building.
excellent for that trail as well.
Right.
Get over the dam. My other one is, and this might be a right to know request. I'm not sure if I have to submit this or not. I want to know about 1,200 feet of curbing that was put in around the school district properties on the 20th Street, 21st Street, and North Lincoln Street. I want to know, did the township pay for it, or the school district pay for that project?
Yes, if you're alluding to around our field hockey field, I believe that was a part of a township project.
That was township
Yes.
paid for that project?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a
Yes.
good day.
Great.
Very
Thank you.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Wait, there's
Oh.
somebody coming.
Hi, my name's Brittany. I live in Whitehaven. And so I read the article that was in the newspaper recently about the security systems, and I just want to say thank you, first of all. Between that and the film, I was so happy to hear that. So were many other parents. I just had a couple quick questions. What schools are they going to be in?
We are, well, I'll defer back to our security directors in the back to
Eventually, hopefully, all of them. We had to start,
Yeah, but where is she?
we had to start somewhere, and I believe it's the STEM school in the arts and humanities because, am I correct?
Yeah,
because if you ever been down there, those windows are so big
Yeah.
on the first floor.
And that's for
you
the
know,
film.
And that was why they chose them first, is that correct?
Well, I also mean like the metal detectors, that it said that there were gonna be 9 of those in that article.
The mobile ones?
Well, I don't know
Right.
what it-
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. So are they gonna be like the ones that are in the high schools now?
They're a different model.
Okay.
So they're mobile. Chief, do you want to?
They're called an OPD equipment device, if I heard it correctly.
Yes.
There's some pillars that can be battery operated, that plug in. You walk in, there's not gonna be monitors, but they will alert at the same level of international or standard alert. So it'll pick up on anything that would be considered something that can be harmful. For instance, a bookbinder or a notebook with a metal spleen that's inactive. So it's a long metal piece. Could be a knife, it could be anything. So we check them. But they are highly recommended from our security efforts, searching out these crimes. We want to use them outside events such as the graduation, football stadium, other sporting events where we would have to check, maybe ideal to bring in, we know the school, the ones at the Arts and Humanity or the high school, they're not mobile.
Right.
They're large, complicated, we don't want to mess up their center. These are mobile. You slide a sleeve over it, pick it up by hand, and walk away with it. Not you. but-
Not you.
Would,
Ken, don't write that either.
would this allow for like all of the students every day to be
Yes.
gone through? So,
Yes.
oh, awesome,
Yeah.
fantastic,
What it does, it creates more efficiency in all the schools.
perfect.
Yes.
I-
Speed up entry.
Right.
for a building.
Perfect. Thank you guys
Yep.
again. I really appreciate it, and so do many other parents.
Good.
Thanks
Thank you.
for
Thank
coming to
you.
the meeting.
Thank you.
Yes.
Can you tell those other parents too?
Many of them sent me here today because they couldn't get babysitters, so yes,
15 seconds
definitely.
remaining.
Thank you.
Yep.
Next.
You have your notes on an Easter color, I see, so.
That's right. I'm festive.
And you're wearing Easter colors.
I'm festive. Okay. Janet Crenshaw, I'm from Hazel Township, and I'm here talking about gender-affirming care, which is still a big issue in our country and, more importantly, our schools. Gender dysphoria is running rampant with our young children, partly due to social media, but the children who are going through this are being treated with indoctrinating ideologies like puberty blockers and gender-changing surgery instead of receiving the proper non-invasive care with mental health therapy. In 80% of cases of gender dysphoria, it has resolved itself by the time the child reaches adulthood. Mental health therapy certainly outweighs the results of permanent body mutilating surgery. Schools are being forced by the government into addressing these issues with children K through 12, but hopefully this will end come November. Be aware puberty blockers' side effects include brittle bones, bone pain, severe headaches, depression, anxiety, seizures, fertility problems, early menopause in young females, and most recently they found cancer. Recently, the UK banned the use of all puberty blockers for minors. They found 34% experienced mental decline and that they lack evidence of long-term effect on children for safety and effectiveness. Puberty blockers are experimental, making our children human guinea pigs, drugs being tested on innocent children by Big Pharma just to make money and permanently harm children. Planned Parenthood, it's promoting to young adolescents that if they are transgender, non-binary, or unsure of what gender they are, they can take puberty blockers to delay release of the hormones testosterone and or estrogen in their bodies. They tell them this will give them time to help them figure out their body gender and identity, all the while ignoring the severe side effects of puberty blockers. You cannot change your birth sex. The biggest problem with puberty blockers and gender-changing surgery is children are not aware or made aware of the permanence of it. There is no going back to what you were without mental issues or body disfigurement. Why in the U.S., currently there are 22 states, and Pennsylvania is not one of them, who ban gender treatment for adolescents and gender dysphoria. Why is the U.S. following the woke ideology of treatment and not falling in step with the UK, Sweden, Norway, Finland, and France, who are following the science? So most importantly, Puberty blockers are experimental with our children. It's actually a form of child abuse, and it needs to be stopped. These children should be treated with mental health therapy, not drugs or surgery. Our children are being treated like lab animals. So teachers,
10
parents,
seconds remaining.
grandparents, everyone, stand up and fight for the children. They need your support, they need your guidance, they need your voice. Thank you. And I just would like to make one final point with this. I am adamant against puberty blockers and the surgery, but I have nothing against when a child reaches adulthood and their brain is functioning in the full form. You want to do that, that's your prerogative, but please don't put this on our kids. It's important. Thank you. Happy Easter.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Happy Easter.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
I'd like to thank all the administrators and the parents that took the time to come to the meeting tonight. It's nice to see all you guys.
Thank you for coming tonight. Happy Easter to everybody.
Happy Easter, everyone.
Happy Easter.
I'd like to speak if I could.
Dr. Child.
Yes, good. If I could have your attention for a moment. I'd like to thank all of those who were involved with the Read Across America program. And I'd like to...
We'll talk next week, next month.
We'll try next time.